What's up, y'all? Hope y'all doing good. I'm Anthony K. Thomas from Wrestling with Rumors, and this is Let's Talk Wrestling Night 2. So, I know Night 1, I said I'm going to do a quick look at everything that was WrestleMania from Night 1, and it turned out to be a little bit longer than usual. So this time, I'm not going to say we're going to make this quick. I'm not going to make any promises. We're just going to get right into it, and however long it is, it is. So, WrestleMania Night 2, we kick off once again with John Cena as he welcomes everybody to WrestleMania once again for Night 2, and then we kick off with the first match of the night. Now, we are, as a lot of us were watching on ESPN Unlimited, there were the first hour on ESPN was taking place at that same time, and in that first hour was Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi and the Intercontinental Ladder match. But first, the Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. This is a match that I and a lot of people have been excited for the moment Obafemi accepted the challenge. Even before Obafemi accepted the challenge, when Brock Lesnar put out that open challenge for whoever wants to step up to face him at WrestleMania, all of us wanted it to be Obafemi. We either thought it was going to be Obafemi or possibly Gunther. We were so happy that it was Obafemi. So WrestleMania comes along, and weeks leading up to that WrestleMania, the build to it, the excitement that kept getting over it. We were excited for this. Finally happens. Here it is. We get into the match. The match kicks off, and Obafemi, for the most part, felt like he was dominating in this match. There were some spots Brock Lesnar had where it felt like Brock was finally feeling himself and he was going to do what he does, but Obafemi denied that. Obafemi ate whatever Brock Lesnar was throwing at him. He ate it like it was a snack, like it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh, then there was a moment where Brock Lesnar hits an F5. Brock Lesnar's feeling himself, and Obafemi stands up. He ate that F5, choke slam, fall from grace. That's it. Obafemi wins the match and solidifies himself, as Michael Cole said, as the next big thing. He is here. What a way to do it. And then after the match, the unexpected happened. Nobody saw this coming. First, Brock Lesnar takes off his gloves, and then Brock Lesnar takes his boots off, leaves it in the middle of the ring, and Paul Heyman gets in the ring. Paul Heyman's looking shocked, and then tears start to fall. Brock Lesnar hugs Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar embraces the crowd, waves to the crowd. He left his boots and gloves in the middle of the ring, signaling to us all that that's it. Time for him to walk into the sunset. He is retiring. And wow, it caught me by surprise. And then as we were getting ready for this ladder match, it hit me that in the last 5 months, we have officially said goodbye to 3 legends in the ring that a lot of us grew up watching, like someone like AJ Styles and John Cena and now Brock Lesnar. These were guys that really came onto the scene as I was finishing high school, but nonetheless, in the last 5 months, we've said goodbye to John Cena, to AJ Styles, and now Brock Lesnar. And wow, and in a moment when I thought Brock Lesnar was going to at least get to SummerSlam and have a match with Gunther, and that being the moment for Brock Lesnar to do what he did tonight at WrestleMania and have Gunther and have Brock Lesnar be added to Gunther's list of careers that he's killed. But instead, that honor went to Obafemi. And Obafemi beating Brock Lesnar the way that he did is it has that same feel, and it might just be me that feels that way, but it has the same feel of Brock Lesnar defeating The Undertaker Street at WrestleMania 30. It has that same feeling. You might not agree with me on that, but that's how I was viewing that at the end of that. So, but Obafemi winning that match, and then we get to the post show, Obafemi calling out, and not really calling, but really putting Roman's name in his mouth and saying he's going to celebrate first. That's what Monday's going to be. And then if the OTC wants some, he can get some, kind of what he was saying that. And I'm going to get to what Roman said and basically in response to that in a little bit, especially with what the crowd was chanting. But let's move on. So in that first hour that was still going on ESPN, the next matchup was Penta, Dragon Lee, Rusev, Rey Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Javon Evans in a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, before I get into who won this match, I need to say this out there. It's freaking WrestleMania. And because it's WrestleMania, Dragon Lee, Rusev, JD McDonough, and Javon Evans all should have been able to get to have their entrance shown on television, not have them make their way to the ring during ads like it's an episode of Raw or SmackDown. F no. It's WrestleMania. They should have been able to have their entrances shown on television, but they didn't. And I understand why they didn't, because that match was taking place during that first hour on ESPN. And because of that, they had to make sure that the match was able to be seen in its entirety on ESPN. So something had to be cut, and a lot of those entrances had to be cut. But we got to see Penta's, and we got to see Rey Mysterio's entrance take place on television. So that ticked me off. And because they were because of what they did last night and tonight, showing the first hour first on ESPN2 and then on ESPN, there were things that should have normally been able to happen in a match at a WrestleMania that didn't, because of that first hour that's shown on ESPN. For really quick, for an example, the unsanctioned match, which was part of that first hour on ESPN2, should have had more to it. And I said this on yesterday's episode of Let's Talk Wrestling. Let's Talk WrestleMania Night 1. But because of that, because it was shown on TV, there were certain things that they could have done that they should have been able to do in an unsanctioned match that they were unable to do. So in the future, I really hope that was the first and last time they do something like that. I won't be shocked if it is, but I hope they don't do that again. That first hour crap, that needs to stop. You need to, if you want people to download the app, get a subscription for ESPN Unlimited so they can watch WrestleMania, that's all cool. But that's what the countdown is for. That's what the 3 hours for the countdown show is for, to build it up. Get those people who are watching the countdown on the WWE YouTube channel, or however they're able to watch it for free. Get that build up so that those people can see see what the card looks like, get them excited for it, and like, you know what, this looks good, I gotta do that. That's what they should have been done, not this first hour crap. But it is what it is. Let's move on. So this ladder match was insane. This ladder match was filled with highlights, especially from the young OG Javon Evans. And what a match, right? This was a great match. And I am so happy that in Penta's debut match, and in Penta's debut WrestleMania match, he retains the Intercontinental Championship. I will say this really quick, that there were two people that I would have been totally happy with winning that ladder match. One of them would have been Javon Evans, and the other one, who it was Penta. So I'm happy. That was great. That was great. Next match up, now that we're done with that first hour of ESPN, let's get down to it. Excuse me. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship. I was very happy with this match. We slowly started to see the formation of Sami Zayn making that change from babyface to heel. Really started to see it. Really started to come into form how Sami Zayn was acting. I get it. Sami Zayn was doing what he needed to do to keep his United States title, but the crowd has spoken. The people have spoken. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Sorry, Trick Williams wins the Intercontinental Championship, his first main roster championship, and so happy for this. I wanted Trick Williams to win. I was so happy that he won. It's a great moment for Trick Williams. His first of many WrestleMania wins to come in the future, and this was a great way to really have show Trick Williams in all his glory on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. So that was great. Trick Williams, woo! Up next, it was Dominic Mysterio versus the Demon, Finn Balor. Now, it's been a couple years. It's been a couple years since we've seen the Demon. So that entrance of the Demon for WrestleMania was dope. How Dominic Mysterio was acting when he saw the Demon coming to the ring, was getting scared. I caught myself yelling at the TV to Dominic Mysterio saying, "Don't be scared. Don't be scared." All that stuff. So I was in it. It was great. But it became a street fight. Adam Pearce, the last minute, made it a street fight. Chairs, tables, you're in, you're out of the ring. It was great. It was a great match, and to my surprise, there was no help at all from Judgment Day for Dominic Mysterio. This was a straight one-on-one street fight with no help at all for Dominic. He had to do this on his own, and he did it. He held his own. No surprise. He held his own in that match, but the Demon, Finn Balor, got that win. So was very happy to see that. Finn Balor got the win with crudité through the table. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Up next, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's Championship. Both women had good entrances. You get into the match, a straight fight, prove who's the best. The better woman wins the championship. Jade Cargill held her own, really went toe-to-toe with Rhea Ripley. It was a great match, and Rhea Ripley won. I wanted Jade Cargill to retain. I know a lot of people wanted Rhea Ripley to win this match. I was rooting for Jade Cargill. I really wanted her to win that match. But I ain't mad at the results. I'm happy for Rhea Ripley. I'm happy to see Rhea Ripley back on top, now on SmackDown. And what comes next for Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, now that we're heading towards Backlash in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks to be exact. I'm looking forward to it, and it's going to be fun. So, next, John Cena gets back in the ring, announced the attendance number for Night 2. For Night 2, it was 55,255 in total for Night 2. So, in total for both nights, for the entirety of WrestleMania weekend, it's a grand total of 106,072 in total for all of WrestleMania for Night 1 and all of it. So, incredible. Now, because of the tickets and how high they were, I wasn't expecting a sellout, but I was very happy to see how full the Allegiant Stadium was for both nights of WrestleMania. I was very happy to see that. I wasn't expecting a full sellout, but I was very happy to see how full Allegiant Stadium was. Finally, main event, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. This, my friends, was a true battle to see who was the best. They used everything in their arsenal, both Roman Reigns, both CM Punk. The ref in this match gave so much leniency for this match, because how bad it would be if what happened outside the ring with steel chairs, with the steel steps being used, and how they were putting each other through announce tables, if the ref called it exactly down the line and called the DQ. Because when Roman Reigns hit CM Punk with those steel steps, that's an easy DQ right there. But because the kind of match this was, how big of a match this really felt and was, and it being for the title, it being at WrestleMania, the ref understood his job in this particular match and gave so much room, so much leniency in this match for CM Punk and Roman Reigns to go to war, to take it to the battlefield. And that's what they did. Roman Reigns, CM Punk left everything in that squared circle. It was a hell of a match. Roman Reigns wins the match. Throw the one up for Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. It's back on top. Roman Reigns once again is holding gold. Once again, back at the head of the table. Now a 7-time world champion with officially 11 WrestleMania main events. Incredible. Overall, WrestleMania Night 2 was better than Night 1. No disrespect to what Night 1 was, and everybody that competed in Night 1. Night 1 had some good moments, some prizes, especially with Paige returning. There were some good moments in Night 1, but Night 2 just killed. Was just nonstop from start to finish. Loved it. Loved Night 2. Now, no disrespect to everybody that competed in Night 1, but when you look at Night 1 and Night 2, I know I just said Night 2 is better, but I just want to add this quick thing, is that Night 1 felt like the opening show. Like when you go to a concert, there's usually an opening act before you see the Taylor Swifts, the Michael Jacksons, the Drakes, the whoever you're there to see. There's an opening act, right? And Night 1 felt like an opening act to what eventually everything that was to Night 2, what everybody came to see, is how I'm putting that. No disrespect to every single person that competed at Night 1. Love and respect to all of you, but based on how Night 1 and Night 2 stack up, Night 2 was just better. And I have some final thoughts for WrestleMania altogether. I want to hold on to them, really ingest everything that was WrestleMania this weekend. I'm going to come back on the 26th, on April 26th, which is next Sunday, for Wrestling with Rumors, and really let it out on my final thoughts on that. For now, I'm going to end it right there and just say I appreciate all of you. WrestleMania weekend, I had a great time. Night 1, Night 2 was incredible, and that's all I got for now. You know what? One more thing. I know I need to wrap this up, but one more thing. As far as now that WrestleMania 42 is in our rear view, we've got Backlash, we got the rest of the summer to look forward to. WrestleMania 43 is supposed to be in Saudi Arabia, but because of current events, I'm putting that as a maybe. I'm definitely putting that as a maybe, and I'm just now remembering Roman Reigns. After WrestleMania was over, we get to the post show. The very end of that post show, Roman Reigns comes out, says what he needs to say. The crowd is chanting Oba Femi. The crowd is chanting Oba's gonna kill you. Roman Reigns essentially cut a promo on Oba Femi and saying, you had a good night. I've had lots of those good nights. And we'll see how you do over the summer. And then we'll see if you can step up. So I was like, okay. And Roman Reigns says he's going to put to bed about these part-time rumors that are going around. We're going to see him all through the summer. So there's all that. So between what between the little thing that Obafemi kind of hinting towards, and then what Roman Reigns is hinting towards, Obafemi, Roman Reigns, that world title, it's unavoidable at this point. We're going to see it. I feel like we're going to see it, whether it's at SummerSlam, pardon me, or before then. I feel that we're going to see it. I feel that that is unavoidable. But we're going to let all that play out. We're going to speculate with all of that, but we're going to have fun with that. But we're going to leave it as it is for now. And I'm just going to say I am Anthony K. Thomas from Wrestling with Rumors and from Rumor of the Day. Rumor of the Day will be back tomorrow. Whole new week of Rumor of the Day, and Wrestling with Rumors will return a week from today, which Sunday. And hope all you enjoy the rest of your night. Don't forget to take care of yourselves. WrestleMania weekend, we did it. We made it through. It was fun. It was great. And I'm going to go and take it easy for the rest of the night. So y'all take care of yourselves. And I will definitely see all of you on that next one. Peace, y'all.